right, Mr. Taliaferro, how's everybody doing out there in the wee days after the untimely murder of young artist XXXTentacion? The rap community continues to react, and when I see something interesting, I'll talk about it on my platform. Dame Dash, he gave an interesting take on the young life of X and just how impactful this young brother was on the new school. He thinks XXX was one of them guys. As a matter of fact, he did this interview with All Hip Hop, and he talked about the impact that X has. He said, you know, the sad thing is about the last couple of days, I was like, yo, hip hop is going through that phase. In my generation, it got kind of violent. He went on to say, X is definitely going to be looked at from this 15 to 25-year-old generation as Tupac and Biggie. And he even went on to warn people about speaking death over their life, kind of how X did throughout his career in his music and just on his Instagram account, it's just in videos. He said, you speak things into existence, but there's a gift and a curse with that. You got to be careful what you say. And for some reason, this generation seems to be infatuated with death and getting there faster, and I don't understand why. And I agree with that 100%. This younger generation, they definitely speak highly on death. They talk about death more than they do living, and it's very scary. Now, I want to talk about something real quick about what Dame Dash said. He said between the ages of 15 and 25, they're going to look at XXXTentacion as Tupac or Biggie. And I don't want somebody to overreact and be like, yo, Tupac, Biggie, X couldn't have been that. Well, let me slow you down real quick. If you're a teenager, right, and you've been bumping X's music, you're not from the streets, you're like a lot of X's fans, you live in like a low middle class house, or heck, you might be a little lower than middle class, you might be high poor class, but you're a teen and X's music appeals to you. You like turning up, you like that turn up drill type music, whatever you want to call it, and X made that rock rap type music for you, right? And this dude was one of them guys that put not only messages in his music, talked about life and death, mostly death, but he also talked about being a better person, learning from your mistakes. And he was also very contradictive in a lot of what he was saying and in regards to what he was doing behind the scenes, right? He would tell you something to do. He would tell a lot of the youth to be better than him, do this right thing, do that right thing. But then sometimes we see him act on certain situations and it looked like he didn't use the best judgment. Again, he was only 20 years old. I do believe there was some Tupac elements to XXXTentacion. Now, what do you mean by that? Did X's music hit me like Tupac? No, I wasn't a fan of X musically. But to a 15 to 25-year-old fan, like Dame Dash said, there's something to that. We're only gonna be able to play X's music, the couple projects we got from him, and it's IG clips when he was talking nothing but positive energy, and if I die, I want to be remembered as this, and if this happens to me, take me, kill me quickly. Like, yo, there are some Tupac elements to him from the messages that he put out in the atmosphere. I won't say he compared to me, like he wasn't as impactful musically to Tupac. I thought Tupac reached different types of people. He reached everybody from the 10-year-old to the 60-year-old, right? X didn't do that. He hit that 15 to 30 demographic, specifically that 15 to 24 demographic, quite well. I will give X this credit though. And if we're talking the amount of fans when you pass away, X had more fans than Pac and Biggie did. That is a fact, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's because hip hop is such a growing sport nowadays, but I'm just saying there are some Tupac elements in X, just the message he was on, the wave he was on. And I'm not gonna 100% disagree with Dame Dash. Like a lot of people who shot down Dame's theory that this guy is gonna be looked at Tupac from that generation. I think Dame's on to something. These kids are gonna forever praise X through his music. They're gonna forever love this kid, and they're gonna keep his legacy alive. And I believe there's some Tupac elements to it just because of the untimely death, the nature of the death, and who people believe X was gonna grow into. And I think the one thing with Tupac is a lot of times people look at Tupac and say, yo, he might have figured it out when he was 35, 40. Thank y'all for the time, love, support. I don't take it for granted. Dame Dash says XXXTentacion is going to be looked at from the generation of 15 to 25 as their Tupac or Biggie. Do you agree? I think more Tupac than Biggie. Y'all talk to me. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty. Yeah.